Today's Chiefs Report is presented by True Classic Tees. Listen, I'm rocking a True Classic tee right now and feeling comfortable, looking good while doing it, and it's a new year and a new opportunity to upgrade your wardrobe. Get 25% off with using promo code CHAT by going to trueclassic.com/chat. That is trueclassic.com/chat, promo code CHAT to get 25% off at checkout. We'll tell you a little bit more about True Classic Tees later on in the show. From Vobucks Edits, is it possible to get DeAndre Hopkins? We've talked about Nuke quite a bit on this show. The answer is yes, it is possible, but a point I made on Friday's News and Rumors show, which we'll get to in a second after Jordan Schultz report that the Cardinals are shopping DeAndre Hopkins, $34 million left over 2 years, yada, 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 likely will want a new deal. Hopkins, of course, posted this on Instagram as well, saying forever grateful. So I think it's pretty clear that he will not be playing with Arizona next season and will be on a new team. He does have a no-trade clause, so he has some control on where he'll end up. But made this point Friday, I'll make it again. If Brett Veach didn't pay Tyreek Hill, how much is he willing to pay DeAndre Hopkins after potentially trading for him? I mean, is he going to go up to $25 million? Does Nuke want more? I don't know. So I think that's something you would have to decide. I would love to have him. Juju's a free agent. DeAndre Hopkins certainly an upgrade from Juju Smith-Schuster. So something to monitor, something to keep in mind. Some betting odds suggested that Kansas City would be the favorite to land the Arizona receiver. So we'll see. I mean, second, third round pick to go get him, pay him 2 years, $50 million. Okay, you could talk me into it. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Would you trade for DeAndre Hopkins? Type T for trade or P for pass. Again, it's a tough one. I mean, I like him a lot. I'd love to see him here, but I have a tough time wrapping my mind around it considering this team did not want to pay Tyreek Hill, a younger player. T for trade or P for pass. All right, let's go to Rich King. If not DeAndre Hopkins, who do you think we can trade for, or would you go sign OBJ? We talk about OBJ first, and I'll explore a couple of other potential trade options. Odell Beckham, obviously, unless he signs on a team with for the playoffs, has not played since the 2021 season, but did play well for the Rams, and I thought played a big role for them in the postseason to help them get to the Super Bowl and start off that Super Bowl on the right track and ultimately win it before he got hurt. This is what I would do. I would sign OBJ to a 1-year incentive-based deal. Give him $3-4 million guaranteed, and then incentives up to maybe $15 million, based on game time, catches, yards, playoffs, etc. All these different, measurables, and you stack them all up, he could reach, up to $15 million with 5 guaranteed, something like that. That's the type of deal I would give him. Now, guys to maybe trade for. There's been some buzz around T. Higgins, but I doubt the Bengals would trade him to Kansas City. Could you go get a guy like Tyler Lockett in Seattle? He played his college ball at Kansas State. They paid DK Metcalf last offseason. Brandon Cooks is probably getting traded from Houston. I think that divorce is almost certainly on the horizon. So there's guys out there. Hopkins is the big name right now, but there will be other guys. Maybe Deontay Johnson, Elijah Moore. There's a lot of names that usually become available. Now, do you want to sign OBJ next year? If you do, type S for sign. If you don't, if you would rather go in a different direction, type P for pass. And look, some of you guys would probably just say, just bring back Juju. And, well, depends on price. We'll see how much Juju can make on the open market. But we will see what happens on that front. S for sign, or you can type P for pass. Do you want OBJ next year? Let me know down in the comments. Today's show is sponsored by True Classic in the old year with a new you in clothing that you can get at True Classic. That is going to give you the confidence to tackle your new resolutions in 2023. Thanks to our sponsor, True Classic. You'll have everything you need to hit the gym, take it slow, or treat yourself to something nice. Let's get snatched in 2023. Dads, I'm talking to you. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men look great in their tees, and now you can save big while doing so. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the code CHAT at trueclassic.com/chat. I'm rocking a True Classic tee right now, and I like the versatility. I can show up to work in these shirts. I can take it to the golf course. I can go out, for a happy hour, and you can lounge around the house as well. They got shorts, they got pants, tons of different clothing that are going to show off the parts of the body that you want to show off. trueclassic.com/chat. Promo code CHAT to get 25% off. look good, feel good for a pretty affordable cost with True Classic Tees. Go to trueclassic.com/chat. Big fan of their polo line as well, which we've showed you guys from time to time as well. That link and code in the description of this video. 25% off, promo code chat. All right, let's go to Jason Richards here. I hope to see Nicole Hardman back and rolling by the second round of the playoffs. Not really a question, Jason, but I do understand your sentiment, and I agree with it. I think Nicole Hardman is a game changer. Now, he's not a guy that's going to change a bunch of games, but he's the guy that can change any game with his speed. Has missed a good chunk of the season after having 25 catches for 297 and 4 touchdowns earlier in the year. Also had 2 rushing touchdowns. So he had 6 touchdowns in, 8 or 9 games, whatever it was, before he got hurt. I think he returns. He was close to playing in Week 18 against the Raiders. They opted to hold him out. Obviously, they got the bye, so they're off Wild Card weekend. If he's not back for the divisional round, then, I don't know what we can really expect at this point in time. But I do think he'll return. I do think he'll have a role. How big of a role? Is it bigger than, Kadarius Toney's? I don't know. Toney's really emerged. So, look, you can't ever have enough weapons. So excited to see what he brings to the table because this could be it for him. He's a free agent. He could end up signing elsewhere this offseason. Subscribe to the Chiefs Report if you want the latest news, rumors, and playoff coverage. We are the channel for you, and whenever the season ends, hopefully not until mid-February, we will have coverage on the season, and then we'll shift into off-season mode. Free agency draft should be a lot of fun. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Go ahead and subscribe today. Couple more here. Tyler Goring, was Andy saving some plays for Sky Moore for the playoffs? Could we see him finally get more involved? He has all the potential, just needs the ball thrown to him. Yeah, I just think it's one of those deals where it's a crowded room, right? He's a rookie, struggled early on in the year, so you got to earn your keep, especially on a team that's as good as Kansas City. Now, I thought he got more comfortable as the year went on. 22 catches, 250 yards. I think coming into the year, I was hoping it would be more like double that, 40-ish catches, 500 yards. But, again, I thought he played better as the year went on. But it's a crowded room. Juju, Kadarius Toney, Justin Watson, Sky Moore if Hardman returns. Kelsey's obviously catching a lot of balls. Noah Gray, the running backs. Jerick McKinnon, guys. 9 touchdowns the last 6 weeks. Mahomes isn't throwing it 70 times a game. Only a guy like Sky Moore can get only so many targets. So we'll see what his role is. He's been dealing with a hand injury. Hopefully he's able to return as well. Should be fascinating to see kind of what the wide receiver snap count totals end up being. I didn't even mention Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Who will have the bigger role in the postseason? Type MH for Nicole Hardman or SM for Sky Moore. If both are healthy, I would lean Hardman, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. All right, user QR, and then we will wrap it up here, I believe. Who do you think we will face in the divisional round? So, AFC wildcard games, this mailbag going out on Saturday. So, Dolphins, Bills, that's a Sunday game. Ravens, Bengals, I believe is also Sunday. And then Chargers, Jags, Saturday night. So, if you're watching this Saturday afternoon, that's the game to watch because I believe that the winner of Chargers-Jags will be the Chiefs' opponent because I don't think the Ravens are beating Cincinnati with a backup quarterback, no Lamar Jackson. Same thing with Miami. I don't think they're beating the Bills with a backup quarterback. So the Chiefs will play the lowest remaining seed in the playoffs, and I believe the Chargers will beat the Jags. Now, I'm a little hesitant after Mike Williams was ruled out, but I just think LA is a better team. I know it's the Chargers, and they always choke and everything, but, the Jags – great second half. They deserve to be here, but, they're still a young football team. I think the Chargers win that game, and we see Chiefs-Chargers Part 3, which it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but the Chiefs have had their number over the years, so I do think that's the matchup we will get. Now, what say you? Do you agree with me, or do you think it's someone else? Type JAC for the Jaguars, LAC for the Chargers, BAL for the Ravens, or MIA for the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Try to do my Will Scott impersonation. Who are the Chiefs going to play? Let me know in the comments. All right, and when we find out who they will play, we will hit you guys with a preview, whether we're in studio or at the crib. Be on the lookout for that, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Playoffs ramping up, getting going here, so go ahead and subscribe for more coverage.